Hey, welcome to another storage check video. In today's video I've got this system for you. This is part of my request system for farms outside of my storage. I didn't mention this in the last video, so I'll mention it now. The idea of this system is a farm requests things like, for example, bone meal, which is what these systems will be using for a minute. These aren't exclusive to bone meal, these are any item, but I'm just using bone meal as the demonstration of this video, of this series, mini-series if you want to call it that, so that it's nice and simple to understand what I'm getting across. I will also have a separate system to this, which will be a lot simpler, that farms can request empty shulker boxes if they need them. The idea of this system is I can be AFK at a farm. If it runs out of a certain resource it needs to run, aka bone meal, in the case of, I don't know, a tree farm or something, then I don't have to worry that my AFK session is going to get interrupted and I'll only have been AFK for half the time I could have been, because the farm will just request a shulker box of bone meal to the farm without me having to do anything. Now, why only just not even a full shulker box because of the ID items inside of them? Well, I think the chest minecart and hopper minecart solution that I talked about in my last video has another flaw. I don't see a reason to send an entire chest minecart full of shulker boxes to the farm, because if I'm AFK there and I don't know, I'm going for a long AFK session, I don't know, maybe 5 hours, then when the system requests a shulker box, it would request one, and then maybe another one later, and another one later. So then it's only requested 3 shulker boxes of bone meal. If I was to have a chest minecart system, it would request one time, and a chest minecart would get sent to the farm. But I don't need to use an entire chest minecart of bone meal in that scenario. So, yeah, I understand it. There'd also just be extra bone meal at the farm. I don't plan on running out of bone meal in my world anytime soon. But let's say it was something a little less easy to obtain. Because bone meal, you can pretty much make a moss farm and run them 24/7. So, I'm not planning on running out of bone meal anytime soon. But let's say it was a farm that required blaze rods, for an example, for a super smelter. I don't want to send a chest of shulker boxes full of blaze rods to that system if I'm not going to use them, because then my storage would pretty much be empty of those items pretty much all the time. So that's why I haven't gone with that. Anyway, back into this video. This is a filter that will filter out all the items that are used for the water stream system over there. Let's get into it. Sorry for the long intro, I just had to get that explained. So, here it is. Relatively small little system. Nothing really complicated going on here. This is fully hoplocked, like the other one. I try and hoplock every system I can in this requesting system, because there's just going to be a lot of smaller systems, so if there's a lot of unlocked hoppers, it won't work out very well. So, what we'll have is a shulker box like this. This is slightly different to the shulker boxes for this, because I found out a while ago that the bone meal item in here is needed for this system, and I'll explain why right now, actually. I was going to say in another video, but I'll explain why now. So if we just have a peep over to this system, this is the dropper line that requests the items for the storage. And obviously, I don't want to use a coloured concrete for this, because multiple farms might need bone meal, and they might not go in this system, and they might not go through the blue concrete section. So that wouldn't work out very good. Pretty much, if we don't have this bone meal item, it really wouldn't work. But I made this particular system before I found out about that. It's an easy change to get it working, and I've got that working in the main system, which I'll show that when I get to the main system of it all combined. So, oh, I didn't need to break that. So, what will happen is we input the box over here. Hang on. Hang on, I'm not close enough. There we go. We input the box over here. It unlocks the system. And what you'll notice is we get our 3 coloured concrete and a shulker box out. So, this shulker box is just bone meal now. Except in the actual system it would look like that because we won't have that stack. And this coloured concrete is just going to get thrown into a small shulker box loader just to put them into shulker boxes again. Now, the way this system works is this brilliant little system. It's easier to show it you from underneath. This system here is brilliant. I saw it on a cubic meter video, and it's so good for this scenario. What this is it's a 3 pulse multiplier. So we get 1 pulse from this observer into the trapdoor, which triggers these 2 observers, but this one gets triggered 4 ticks later due to this repeater, and they both power that redstone dust there. And what that does is it unlocks the hopper here, as you can see with the torch. So it'll unlock this hopper 3 times, releasing 3 items, obviously. And then it gets broken and put into the dropper. Honestly, I tried so hard to get the 3 items out of the shulker box. It would obviously be 4. So what I'd have to do is I'd just have to repeat this 3 wide little thing here. So I'd have another 4 tick repeater, another observer, and then that's pretty much how that would work. So that's what I love about this. You can expand it and everything. Great system. Like I said, I tried for weeks to get it to work. But yeah, then when I saw that really helped out a lot. So credit to him for that. The rest of it is hopper locking, actually. Just like the other one, it uses a hopper locking controller here, this little pulse extender. And it unlocks for the exact time it needs to. I'm quite surprised it worked the way it did, but this system locks as soon as this shulker box for the output gets dispensed. That was just by chance, but I'm pretty happy with that. This is a shorter video, but next video we will be going across those systems, that system over there, and then finally this system. So that's all I have for you today, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!